The leadership of Salva Kiir, everybody have suffered in it. Whether you are from Barghazal, you are from Upper Nile, you are from Equatoria, you have suffered in this leadership. When we were in Blue House, majority of people that were detained there were from Barghazal. Majority of people that were killed, every time we talk about all these crimes that were committed in the Blue House, the people that were killed the most were from Barghazal. First, there were the so-called supporters of Paul Malong Awan, right? And by being a supporter of Paul Malong, it wasn't actually because you support Paul Malong. This was a bunch of Awil sons that were rounded up and brought to Blue House. And every night, people are taken out at the Blue House, taken to Luri. They are cut to pieces with machetes. Their bodies are burned. These are sons of Awil. And by the way, this thing is public. Ask anybody from a Will community. They know. Because, you know, one of the soldiers who was part of the team that was killing these people, he was also a Dinka guy. Dinka guy from Yorul. This son of from Yorul, he became disgusted that every single day they were made to kill their own fellow citizen. So you know what he did? He went and bought an iPhone. And they went ahead, they were given orders, they took about 20 guys, mostly from a will, that they are supporters of Paul Malong. These people were taken to Luri, they hacked them to pieces, they burned them, but you know what he did? Every time he took the pictures, recorded videos in this iPhone. After he finished, he now took the iPhone to the leader of a will community, Kualatian. And if I'm lying, ask Kualatian Mawien. This was taken to Kualatian. So the Awil community now, when they saw the videos of what was happening, the pictures, they went and confronted President Kiir. This is the truth. This is the reality of what happened inside there. This was son of Awil. If Kiir was a leader and he was protecting Barghazal, would he be killing people from Awil? Would he be killing them? Okay, someone will say, well, maybe because Awil is separate. Okay, this is for Warab State. Warab State. I told you last time a story of what happened inside the prison. There was a guy called Deng Deng. This was a national security officer. He was arrested by shooting another officer in Terekeka, an officer from Tony, I understand. He killed the guy and then he was brought to Blue House and detained. This Deng Deng actually come from a One Chan community. And initially he was brainwashed. He had this idea that this is Akuma Batana. This is our regime. This is our leader. That Salva Kiir is our leader. So he was brought, and initially they were using him as a spy, to spy on us. Because when we were in the prison, we will talk our head out. We will be very upset. We will talk about how we need to overthrow this regime. So he was brought there as a spy to spy on us. But as we stay in the Blue House, the situation worsened for all of us. And you know, Blue House is a place where people are not visited. Your relatives are not even allowed to come and see you. You know, if you get sick, you are not taken to a hospital. Whatever happened to you, they don't care. There's no food that is brought from outside. So he stayed with us, and then eventually, this guy, he got sick. We reported it to the security guards that this young man was sick. He had malaria and diarrhea, and we were afraid that this guy was going to die. Right? We said this guy may die, and we reported it. They didn't care. This was their guy from a one who thought that this is his leadership. This is a leader. This government is their government. He got sick. We tried to report him. Nobody was caring about him. You know what happened? The guy died. And then, here is the funny part. After the guy died, instead of coming to take the body, to take him so that the body is buried, they kept the body with us in the cell for 3 days. 3 days. This is the guy from a one. Yeah? He was talking about how this is their government, their leadership. The body began smelling. And you know why they kept him there for 3 days? So that they could terrorize us. That was the intention. They owned the son, the so-called son of a One Chan, who was claiming that this is their leadership. They kept the body there for 3 days. So can you come and tell us this is our leadership from One or from Gogrial? Is it doing anything to protect you? Is it doing anything to improve your life? Every one of you is seen as a tool. When this Matianganyor was mobilized and it was taken to go and fight the White Army, what happened to them? Many of them died. You know very well. Many of them died. Those who did not die, that were wounded, is anybody taking care of them now as we speak in South Sudan? Is anyone taking care of them? So you cannot come and every time allow the supporters of the regime to claim that we are the Baragazal or we are the Warab or we are the Awan. This regime does not care. I told you also the last time, the way that the name of a Wanichan community is being used to steal the money. You know very well the so-called Akun International Airport. That is the project that is being led by those of Hussein, the Vice President, Abdelbagi Ayi. This airport, $50 million has been released already. If you go now to there is a place called Lil Majak. This is where the so-called airport was to be built. Right now, this place is just a pool where children and birds are bathing in it. There is no airport that is being done there. And the money is being used in the name of a one community for individuals around Salva Kiir. And by the way, these individuals, they come from everywhere. They don't even come from a one community. Yes, there are elements from a one community that are benefiting, but these individuals, they have people from Upper Nile. You have Tutkeo. Is Tutkeo from a one-chan community? He's eating. These are the people eating the money. Bolmil, you know very well. Bolmil is he from a one-chan community? These are the group eating. Those are Martin Elia. They come from everywhere, everywhere. And they're using the name of the community. So the community only become relevant when they want to use you. When they want you to go and fight their wars. That is when now they say, oh, we are Baragazal or we are a one. So I want you, my people, to understand. This regime is not a regime that care about you. Whether you come from the same village as the president, you come from the same state, you come from the same region or the same tribe, it does not care about you. I mentioned last time the situation that is happening in Upper Nile at the oil field. You see what is happening. The entire community is being wiped out. Pollution is happening, has been happening since 1997 when the Bashir government started exporting the oil. Since 1997, that is when this thing has been happening. Yeah? Has there ever been a single cleanup that has been done? And every time you know that the pipeline will have issues and then it will leak, and it will leak for days, and they will not be able to find out where the leakage is happening. And then what happened afterwards? The pollution, the crude oil will mix with the land, with the water, and it will start creating all kinds of problems for the people there. If you say we are Dinka, do they care about you? They only care about the oil. They don't care about the lives of the people that are in the oil fields. Go to Paloch and see with your own eyes. Children are being born with all kinds of deformities. Right now, if you go everywhere in South Sudan, as I said last time, communities are being armed so that they can kill one another, even within Warab state. Where do they get this gun? It's the same element from the regime that give them this gun, so that they can go and kill each other and finish each other. And then now they come and say, well, this is our government, our government, our government. Your government where? It's a government that only think of you when they want to use you as a tool. Yeah? Is that what you want to become? You are a tool that is only used. And when you are no longer useful, you are dumb. Look at all the political leaders that used to back Salva Kiir. What has happened to them? Those of Paul Malonga, what? Gone. Yeah? Those of Tilari Ringde, dead. Where are they? Those political leaders that used to back up this regime. Do you think Kiir care about any of you? Even the national security now, which is terrorizing the people of South Sudan. Soon, Akolokul will find out the same way that the leaders that came before him have found out. This is a man that does not care. As long as he remains in that chair, that is it. He doesn't care what he used, who he used. This guy does not care at all. So I want you people to wise up and think about your future. Think about the future of this nation. Think about the sacrifices it has taken for this country called Republic of South Sudan to be liberated. It was liberated so that it become the land of the South Sudanese people, so that the children of South Sudan, people that are now here, those who are yet to come, may prosper in this land and grow to become as large as the mighty oak trees. That was the reason why our ancestors fought. That is why our liberators fought. But it was not so that Salva Kiir will become a king of South Sudan and therefore loot the resources of South Sudan and use them the way that he wants. And when people criticize him, he will come now and use this fake argument of division to say, well, it's because that guy is from that other clan, it's because that guy is from other region, or it's because this guy is a Nuer, that is why I'm being criticized because he's a Nuer. No, he's being criticized because he has failed the Republic of South Sudan. Look at what is happening with poverty in the country. No one can even farm. Just if you want to be a farmer and you want to go and stay in your village and farm, you cannot farm. Why? Because of insecurity. You cannot farm. If you go to the farm, you will be shot in your farm. If you want to go and keep your cattle so that you just become a normal cattle keeper, what happens to you? Your cattle are raided, you are killed, your cattle is taken. You have ever seen the regime caring about what is happening with the cattle? But every time when there is a rumor of coup, all the big guns in the country are brought out to protect the government. So what is the government here? Is it the seat of Salva Kiir? That is what is important? And our security forces accept themselves to be used as tool for all this long. Ya Jama, we have to wake up. And waking up starts in the mind. Freedom is not when your hand has been tied and you are locked up. Freedom is in the mind. Even when I was in the Blue House, when I was in that solitary confinement, I was a free man. Why? Because my mind was free. You cannot allow your mind to be locked up so that somebody control your mind and use nonsense argument of tribalism and regionalism. You cannot accept that. So my people, I want to make that clear so that you people understand.